Yeah, I'm wearing flannel. But it's not because I'm doing American Sniper. It's because it's cold outside, okay? God! I'm gonna go chop some logs. Anyways, American Sniper. God, sorry I'm just getting into this review. I hate how they do Oscar season. Yeah, it's great for people online, but the way that they do this shit sucks. It's like, the year's gone on. Hey, that was a really good movie back in October that no one's gonna think about or talk about now. But here's 20 good movies that aren't in your area that you can't see anywhere. And by the way, everyone's gonna be talking about them, but you can't fucking see them. Anyways, if you don't live in New York or LA, you know what I'm talking about. First off, let's get the cat out of the bag like we always do when there's controversy with the movie. I don't care. I don't care. I'm not going to get into the whole political thing. You know this is the last place in the world that you want to go to hear political advice. And I'm just going to review it as such, as a war movie. I'm not going to go into should Chris Kyle's life be celebrated, should it not. I will say this, I do have respect for soldiers and I have no problem admitting that here or anywhere else. So moving on, going into the movie aspect of it, Clint Eastwood. Clint Eastwood, the badass actor, the badass director, been slipping a little bit recently. This past couple movies just haven't felt as sharp and on the ball like they used to. Like $1 Million Baby, I mean, every shot, every sequence, it felt like seamless and perfect. And now as he gets older, as his career goes on, like he's not just missing on a couple movies here and there. There's a couple of shots that are just kind of out of whack. There's a couple of things that are just kind of loose. Like everybody knows the baby controversy. Like that you can openly see the baby. That was the only shot in the movie that I thought that was a little bit sloppy. But apart from that, the movie itself, he's going to war and he's coming back, and it shows a little bit of the effect it's having on him and Sienna Miller, who's his wife in the movie, who he meets, and she doesn't want him to go, and it just shows the effects of war, really, and it also shows what he's going through while he's over there. And there's also this alternate kind of storyline about this other sniper who's on the other side, who's also an extremely badass and lethal sniper, and they kind of almost rival each other in a weird sort of way during the movie. Now they show a couple scenes that really got to me. It's fucking infuriating. I wanted to take my popcorn and go up to the screen and just put it on that guy's head and strangle him with it. Like, it made me insanely mad, and it was intense. That one scene in the middle of the movie where it's like these snipers are going after each other. There's this whole scene playing out in the middle where this guy's torturing this kid, and it's just, it's so it's one of the most intense scenes I've ever seen in my life. Forget the scene in the trailer where he's got the sniper rifle on the kid. That was intense too, but you saw it in the trailer. This scene right here anchored the movie to me. It was just like, oh my God, that is so bad. That is so bad, that would fuck me up for my entire life. I would never get over that happening. Some kid being hurt and me not being able to strikes again. Me not being able to do anything about it would eat me alive for the rest of my life. So that scene was really intense. There's some really good intense scenes in the movie, and it's just, I almost wish the movie didn't jump around so much. And it sounds, I might be saying, like I said, like I don't like this movie, because I did like it, but it does jump around a little bit too much. Like, he's at war, he's back home, he's at war, he's back home, that you never really got to get grounded, it felt like. I thought everybody said Sienna Miller was really good in this movie, and I'm not saying anything about who she's portraying as a person, but I thought she came off kind of just like, she was meant to be this really portrayed really strongly, and like in the bar when they met, and I thought she just came off kind of rude. It was hard for me to jump too far into her story. What she was going through with her husband being at war is terrible, and you can get into that story, but just her character specifically, just the way that she was portrayed in the movie, was just always kind of angry. I don't know, I was kind of scared of her in a weird way. Bradley Cooper's transformation for this movie is amazing. He's absolutely the best part about this film. I mean, you can hardly even see Bradley Cooper in there sometimes, and he's got a really noticeable face. That's what makes him so attractive. No, the weight that he put on, I read about the exercise routine that he was doing was just vigorous and insane, and how much of himself he put into this role. He did an amazing job, and you cannot take that away from him. I mean, he did a great job in this movie. I thought American Sniper, to be honest, I thought American Sniper was a really good movie. I thought it had its intense moments, and I thought it had its moments where it fell a little bit short of the goal it was reaching for. Like the very end of the movie, I thought it was abrupt, and I thought that they just kind of just like packed a bunch of shit in a duffel bag and threw it out the door for a movie that I just felt like if it was paced a little bit differently, it could have carried the emotional weight that it was going for. Even though it is an emotional movie, I'm not saying it's not. It could have been just one of the greats of all time, and I just felt it missed a couple of its own cues. But I will give it an 8.5. I did think it was an excellent movie. If you can let go of all the political stuff and just look at the movie as a movie, it was really, really intense at times. It had some good emotion in it, and it was just acted impeccably. The acting in that movie is freaking amazing. But anyways, guys, comment below. Let me know what's your thought about American Sniper. I enjoyed the movie. I'll watch it again. I was just slightly disappointed because some parts of it were so good that it could have been one of the greats of all time. Comment below, let me know. I'll talk to you guys next time.
We watched a movie.